DSP. As always, I'm your host, Josh. And this episode is brought to you by Great Lakes Disc. Whether you're looking for cool new gear or your new favorite disc, Great Lakes Disc has what you need. Click the Linktree link and you'll see the Great Lakes Disc link. Click that and start your shopping today. While you're on the Linktree, you'll also see a link for Idio Sports. If you want to take your game to the next level, make sure you get Idio shoes on your feet. The only disc golf shoes made by disc golfers for disc golfers. Also, use my discount code DiscSeeker to save money on your next order. Without further ado, I'll let my guest fully introduce himself, where he's from, and how he even got into disc golf.
My name is Lucas Cantrell. I'm the co-owner, along with my wife, Christina, of Disc.Fam. We're from Michigan, mostly. I mean, we're from Michigan. We do a lot of traveling. How I got into disc golf, though, is a whole nother story. So we got married some years ago on October 8th. I invited my brother up, who I don't see very often, from Atlanta, Georgia, and his birthday is on October 7th. And he goes, "Hey, man, I know you're like real busy and stuff, and your whole wedding, and it's like a big deal. Like, you want to go play some disc golf?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. Like, I don't know." He goes, "Dude, there's a cool course. It's 10 minutes away." He's like, "Please, for my birthday, can we go play?" And I'm like, "All right." He goes, "All right." So, and he wasn't good. He was, he just got the freaking bug, and he was getting into it, but he wasn't good. He goes, "You kind of just do this." And I'm like, and I do this normal beginner, throw a driver I should never have touched 50 feet in the air and 20 feet further from me than it was to begin with. And I'm like, "Huh, how'd you do that?" And he's like, "Well, try this." And I'm like, "Okay." And it was just trial and error. And by the time we made it through 3 holes, I'm like, I'm going to do this every day for the rest of my life. And then we got married. And I was working very often, like 7-12s. This is what disc golf can do to you. Working 7-12s and finding time to go play disc golf after work while my wife is 9 months pregnant and already has a child. And I'm like, loving life. She's like, "You need to be home helping me." And I'm like, "Oh, but disc golf." And she's like, "Yeah, well, ultimatum time." And I'm like, all right. And I took a pretty good break. I got super, super hooked, took a pretty good break. That's how I got into disc golf.
That's
But
really cool.
yeah,
So, how long into your marriage until you took your wife out for her first round?
so I would say probably 5, 6 years, 6 years. So we're at a graduation party, and they just put a new course in at this beautiful park. And I'm looking at this whole time. It's an iconic hole for the local course, and I'm staring at it, and it's 60-foot elevation drop, probably 450-foot long hole through woods, 60 feet down through woods, and 450 feet out through some tight woods. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, "Man, this is amazing. This is so cool. How could I never found anything like this?" Because I didn't do too much, jumping around, just
Yeah.
all local, super local courses. I don't know what that means. Okay. Sorry, ask me a question. um, so she comes and walks up, stands next to me, and she's like, "Is this that frisbee thing you used to do?" I'm like, "Yeah, this hole looks amazing." She goes, "Well, why don't we come out tomorrow?" And I'm like, Yes, please, I'd like that very much."
Yeah.
And we did. And she was like, "Oh, this is awesome." I said, "Yeah, this is awesome." And she was hooked just like I was 3 holes in, and she's like, "We should do this every day." I'm like, "Yeah, that's where I want to be."
Yes. Perfect date night.
Yep.
Yes. Loser pays for dinner.
Yeah.
uh, so, How often do you compete, or you more so just like to go play casually with the family?
I compete as often as I can. Like I said before we were live, I'm working in very demanding job, but as often as I can, I will get in a tournament and play. My son, I don't know if you've seen any of his stuff. 14, he competes. He's gonna go somewhere someday, I imagine. But I play casually, probably twice a week. Definitely one. I host a league once a week, and then if I can sneak out, I do. But working 7 10s, and I don't know. If I'm not working, running a tournament, and I just sit there envious of everybody else is playing. Like I've got a tournament coming up Sunday. I design an entire temporary course. I rent a golf course, design a course, and I just get to watch people play it and just hope that they're having a good time. And they do. They have a great. It's a
Yeah,
great course, but like I'll never get to play it.
yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. So what is your favorite tournament that you've TD'd for so far?
My very favorite thing we do um, is a Father's Day doubles tournament, a casual. We do it on Father's Day. We never thought it would be a thing. First year we did it, we had like 25 people maybe, and it was really just an excuse to play with my kid and my wife. I'm like, this is what I want to do for Father's Day. Well, let's have a tournament. Like, yeah, I'll get a bunch of buddies out, and 25 people is not bad for a holiday, right?
Yeah.
Next year we had, I don't know, 50. Year after that we had 80. We're like,
Wow.
holy cow. And it's fun, man. And we go all out. We do big raffles, put a lot of thought into it. We do like like we've given away Blackstone grills, guitars, coolers full of
Wow.
booze, um, whatever you can think of as a Father's Day present. We try to go buy something, whether we make the money back on it or not. We don't care. Somebody's gonna go home with something cool, artwork, discs,
Yeah.
special discs. I had the last 2 years I made custom skateboards. I had custom
Ooh.
artwork done that had something to do with Father's Day. So the first year I did skateboards, it was Mega Man and Dr. Light. I don't know if you're a gamer or not,
Mm.
but as far as I'm concerned, they're like the nerd gamer father and son combo. It's one of my favorites. This year I did like a father and son zombie on a golf
Ooh.
course together. It was pretty cool. And they glow in the dark and they're usable. They're good quality skate decks.
That's super cool. That's definitely like a tournament I would like think about traveling for because that's pretty. That's
It,
an awesome idea.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. And everybody seems to have, and it's casual. You don't have to, there's still money. Like we amateurs get a chance to win pretty good chunks of money in a casual tournament, and we take what it costs to rent the course and that's it. CTP's usually on every hole, so everybody has a chance to win something. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah. So, when your son competes, do you ever like take a round where you caddy for him, or are you always competing in your own division?
Um, as of right now, we're playing the same division.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And to answer all your questions, yeah, we play the same division. We actually bumped up together. I'm doing a little bit better, but maybe it's because I don't get to play as much, so I'm not losing as much. I don't know,
Yeah.
but um, he normally, if he's playing a tournament, I'm at work. I've been fortunate enough to the tournaments that he's played recently. I've been right next to my work, so I'll leave early so I can
Okay.
caddy for him on a second round. So a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And then I watch him from home and, sitting or not home, but from work on the phone, watching the score and try to figure out if words of wisdom are going to help him or hurt him. And, you know,
Yeah. Did he qualify for Junior Worlds this year or?
Nope,
No,
just didn't get it.
bummer.
Well, so last year was really his first year competing.
Okay.
Um, and it's I don't know, he's playing a lot of tournaments, but not any like bigger ones, which unfortunately is due to me working so much I can't take off,
Yeah.
3 days to go drive to the other side of the state to go play a tier or something, which I don't know, like we just had D-Glow. And
Yeah.
then weeks before that was Ledgestone, and I had him lined up to go play Ledgestone. The guy that was going to drive him ended up not going, so just whatever.
Bummers. Yeah.
He'll get there.
Yeah. I was gonna say, is that like eventually goal of his to eventually get to Junior Worlds?
His goal is to play pro. I mean, that's
Heck yeah.
he lives breathes disc golf. He's not playing, he's reading about it. If he's not reading, is thinking about it, he's dreaming about it. It's 14-year-old kid that throws 600 feet. I mean,
Jeez Louise.
yeah,
Wow.
needs to figure out how to putt and the mental game, but that comes with time.
Yeah. Yeah. If he's already thrown 600 feet, the
Yeah,
door's wide open for
yeah.
him.
Form's fantastic. I think it's all, you know, mental and the slow game.
Yeah. Yeah. So what has been the coolest course that you guys have traveled to play?
So, not a very fair question because we travel a lot, right?
Yep.
We sold everything 2 years ago. That first year we decided to travel. I've never towed anything before. I have a 44-foot fifth wheel. We spent 50 hours in the truck from Michigan to the Keys, all the
Oh
way straight
wow.
through to the Keys. Yeah. Sleeping in parking lots and no idea what we're doing. Um, and then last year we spent the year in Texas, which technically is where I found the coolest course, the funnest, most fun course. I don't even know what to call it, but the course is called the Zip, right outside
Mhm.
of San Antonio and Helotes. Um, Beautiful property, super nice people. Um, Horses free roaming on the
Ooh,
property, like they're just, which super cool. I don't know if you see that anywhere else, but I've never seen it. And
no.
there's zip lines going throughout the property, which is, if you don't know, there's parts of Texas that are near mountain. It's
Oh wow.
crazy. Yeah. So he's got these crazy zip lines. People are zip lining over you while you're playing, and horses are walking around, and he's got a really cool river water feature, and it's just beautiful property. He's got cool little like, I don't know if you call them like lawn ornaments, like old tractors or old farming equipment around. It's cool, man.
That sounds like a sweet
Yeah,
place.
really fun shot shapes. Like a cool. The one hole two is you're like throwing down. I don't even know, roughly like 100 feet down, and I think it's almost a 600-foot throw. And then after you get like 450, it drops off, and the basket's actually down on like the edge of the river. It's just a crazy hole, man. If you want to like go for it, it's like pretty terrifying,
Yeah.
very rewarding.
So since you guys have traveled so much, have you guys ever made your way up to like New York?
Unfortunately, no. It's the
Mm-hmm.
plan. Um, we it's I have to we have to book everything within certain windows, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me to figure out the whole work travel schedule, we need to start making our way south before we can make our way north or even,
Yeah.
east and west with us. But definitely a plan. All the kids really want to go to New York. The only thing kind of slowing us down is we've heard some horror stories about taking a 14-foot tall fifth wheel through some of the places in New York where the GPS says you can fit under this bridge and you think you can until you get to it. You got
Yeah.
to turn around but
Yeah. That
definitely
would
we plan on playing in every state. And
Yeah.
then after that, we're going to venture out.
Yeah. Because definitely Buffalo, New York should definitely be on your stop list. We
All
got
right.
the World Ams getting played here right now.
Yeah,
So
I know.
yeah, those
Yeah.
courses look nice right now.
Oh, we have almost 90 guys on our team that represent our business. We got one guy from California that should be getting there right now. He flew
Ooh,
in to Cleveland this morning and texted us right away. He goes, "On my way to Buffalo."
heck yeah. That's really cool. So speaking of your business, what is Disc.Fam and how did this all come to be about?
Okay, tough question. So how this all came to be is when my wife got hooked into it. Right, I was like, man, if I can get her to play, I can get everybody to play. And as soon as I started playing, it's all you hear, and I hope if you don't hear it, you should grow the sport, right?
Yep.
That's the thing, grow the sport. I'm like, I can really do this. And I started telling like all my friends, my wife's friends, I'm like, come on out, we're gonna have fun, and their kids. And now we're just got these families going out to a not a not a beginner friendly course, very tight wooded course. And after a few weeks, I'm like, man, I'm losing like 8 discs every time we go out. Like, how can I fix this? This is not good for me. Right? Like I can't afford to support other people's hobbies like this.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there one day and I texted my wife and I said, hey, I think I'm just gonna start a business and we're gonna buy wholesale and see what happens. She's like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Never thinking that this would be anything at all. Well, I do that. I find out that all these companies have these minimum order quantities where now I'm like dropping a few $100s here, a few $100s here. Like before I knew it, I spent $4,000 on discs and I didn't even know who I was going to sell them to. So we go to our local brewery and I'm talking to one of the guys there. He's like, why don't you just run like a putting league here? And I'm like, yeah, dude, that's a great idea. So I don't see how that's going to work. He's like, well, we got this 6,000 square feet of emptiness upstairs. You clean it up and, you know, get it going and run it up there. I'm like, yeah, man. So we did that and we had a pretty good amount of people come out twice a week. And that became what eventually formed into our core team of the people that I consult when I'm being faced with something or, the guys that I look to when I have to deal with anything difficult. And kind of went back and forth with the whole retailer thing. And now we're looking at more of becoming like a brand, like actual disc golf brand, not just another retailer. It's really hard to compete, man. I mean,
Yep.
we're just a family of passionate people having fun. I don't even have interest in trying to compete with some of these companies out here that are well established. We'll still sell discs, but
Yeah.
at their level, I'll never make it, and I'm okay with that. And I always was. So now we have some pretty rad shirts. We got our own custom belts. We have socks, hats, merch. Really, really nice towels. Some of the nicest towels I've ever seen. Chalk balls, liquid chalk, all that kind of stuff. All decked out with our stuff on it. And then instead of just buying all these discs, we were like, well, we can buy the same discs and put our own artwork on them. So we've
Ooh.
started commissioning artists to design artwork. So we travel, like, how do we wrap in travel with what we're doing and kind of portray who we are? And then not take away from artists. Cause I never like the idea of like, hey, you're my artist. I need you to do this. And that's it.
Yeah.
So we decided we're going to do urban legends, right? Every state has an urban legend. Most people don't know about them. They're all interesting. It's all a fun story. And that coincides with traveling, right? We're
Mhm.
going and visiting different places. And we reached out to a couple of local guys mostly tattoo artists, friends. Like, hey, can you do this? And they're like, yeah, I can do it. But there's very strict parameters, especially if you want to do like a trifoil disc, right? It's not a. We didn't know anything about layers. They didn't know an average artist isn't putting things and condensing it into three different layers that can look a specific way. So while we're trying to get all this stuff figured out, I reach out to Skullboy, which everybody knows Skullboy, who's been doing discs for over 10 years now. And I said, hey, man, we want to do this urban legend thing. We kind of want to go with places that we've been, but if you have something close to home, something that, you're, you think about, something that just speaks to you, let me know and we can talk about it, see if that's something that would work. He goes, well, I'm from Pasadena, California, and my local course has this urban legend called the Devil's Gate Dam. And it's got this whole story behind it. And I'm like, cool, man. He's already on board immediately. He goes, I know what I want to do. I'm like, well, I'm not going to take that from you and tell you to do Michigan, a place that you probably never been and could care less about.
Yeah.
A few days later, he sends me 4 different files, all different in one way or another. And he's like, well, tell me what you like. And I was like, I like this from that and this from that and this from that. And he goes, all right, give me a couple days. Couple days go by. He somehow, and I don't know, I wish I was artistic. He took everything that I said, put it into one thing. And I'm like, yes, that is 1,000,000% exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, while that one's getting printed, the other ones are getting finalized and it's kind of rocking and rolling with it, man.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely know what it feels like to like where you wish you were artistic,
Yeah.
because my mom's an artist and I can't even draw a stick figure, so it's hilarious.
So my wife, she's obviously busy. She homeschools the kids while I'm at work, and she's a mom, stay at home mom, and she's one of the most artistic people I've ever met. She paints, draws, she can do tattoos. I got
Oh
her a
wow.
program on the iPad, and she figured it out in a matter of an hour. And I'm like, geez, man, just stick with something. But
Yeah.
I'm so envious of her, so jealous that she can just sit there and draw an eye, and I'm like, I can't draw a circle. I couldn't make anything look like anything. Same as you, like stick figure, like their arms are different lengths, and it's
Yeah.
not gonna work out.
So how is the women's side disc golf for your wife? Like, is she like able to get women involved with the putting league that you guys do, or and bring more women into your business group, or is it kind of like a struggle?
It seems to be a bit of a struggle. We're trying. We actually just talked yesterday. I said, I think next year you need to get your um, official certification and you run a women's tournament and you do like all the player packs and prizes, because she has another company that she is starting up right now. I don't know how much she wants me to talk about it, but it's like a kind of like a yoga clothing thing. She's doing hand dyes on really like nice fabrics, kind of like going above and beyond and just for fun. And she likes them. Wants to see how they work out. So she's probably going to do a tournament and use her new stuff that she's creating to, give out. And I think she would do a really good job, but it's
Yeah.
tough. Maybe it's our area, but
Yeah. It's always like, I always feel as like it's always important to get the women involved, because if you
right.
get that side going, then everything else will take off pretty well.
Yeah,
So
it's tough. I mean, we for our league. So I think last year our league hosted 76 people, all together year for the year. I think we had maybe 9 girls and I don't know what to do to get more out. I think maybe the wife's got to be more of the face of things sometimes, because I'm not trying to pull any tail.
Yeah. So
You know, I'm out there
yeah,
trying to just, I'm a guy. I'm trying to make the guy players happy. I don't know how to. I mean, we got a woman's berth that we'll be giving away for states. We'll be giving that out Sunday. But no, maybe there's not a lot of girls in our direct area. I don't know.
yeah. Um, so what is this game I seen on your reels on Instagram of a frisbee and a tennis court? What is that about?
All right. So probably 2.5 years ago, I'm just scrolling around on Instagram and I see these guys and I'm like, what in the world are they doing? And I start just looking at their stuff, and I was grabbed by the comedy of it. It reminded me of something that I watched. I don't know if you ever heard of David Cross and Bob Odenkirk, two of my favorite comedians. And I'm like, man, this is really reminding me of, things I really liked when I was 18. And they're just these two funny guys, man. And I just like keep digging into them. I'm messaging them like, hey, I want in. Tell me more. Where do I sign up? How can I be a part of this? Never said anything. I'd email them. I'd sign up on their email list. I'm like, hey, I want in on this. Tell me what this thing is. Nothing. Like last, I don't know, winter, I get a random message back like, yeah, what's up, man? What do you want to do? I'm like, okay, I'm interested. I want to be a part of this. He goes, all right, well, let's have a meeting. We have a meeting. We have kind of like they do like a podcast thing. Or I don't know, they're using a podcast thing to talk. We have this big conversation going on between me and their three teammates. And it was the most fun I've ever had talking to somebody. I said, I'm coming to see you guys. They're like, okay, sounds great. So our whole plan last year was when we get on our way home, we go to Kentucky and we're going to spend as much time as we can with these guys. And we just kind of talked a little bit here and there. And unfortunately, we only got one day with them. But we went and played their game. It's called Tisby. They they made it. It started was like for fun, a workout, something to be moving, and they wanted to, throw a frisbee. So they have developed a net that stands up over a tennis net, roughly 9 inches, and then in that 9 inches you have what's called the slit.
Mhm.
So you want to there's I'm not going to explain all the rules, but there's extra points if you go in between this 9 inch slit and it's not caught and returned. But so we play and we have a lot of fun, and we're just going back and forth. I bought the very first Tisby net setup. I'm pretty proud of that. Um, I don't even know. You'd have to just check them out, see what they're doing, see what they're all about. It will. I don't know. I don't want to speak for them too much. I'm all in. I think anybody that plays is the most fun throwing a disc I've ever had. I love disc golf. I've never had that much fun. I've never felt that good just being active. Um, a strategy to it. They were like, my kid and I were playing and we thought we were doing really good. And they're like, all right, let's kick it up a notch. He's like, if you haven't noticed, we have not a single backhand throw. And I'm like, what? And they're doing like weird, even like they called it like a sandwich. They threw it like that, and it does crazy stuff. I'm like, I don't know how to do that. And they told us at the beginning, they're like, hey, we get it. You're disc golfers. You guys can throw a frisbee, but can you catch them? No, we can't. Not like that. Not like what they were doing. We couldn't even think discs are going different directions. We're trying to figure out the trajectory and the normal. Like, no. But by the third round, like we almost got them. and we thought we were gonna win. And there's a trophy that I won't say the name of it, but
Yeah.
it's fun. It's a golden chicken belt buckle.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna take it home, but I missed the opportunity to take it home. But we still
Yeah.
talk to him. We're gonna go. So I leave. We will be leaving October 15th. We are going directly to Kentucky, and we're gonna spend a month with them, and we're gonna have a blast.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of throwing, what do you like to throw when you're on the disc golf course?
Uh like brand specific or
Brands, what mold specific, whatever you
okay.
want to say.
All right. So obviously when I got in, I think just like 90% of us, I threw Innova, right? I mean, I think most people do. And then I started looking into custom dies because I'm that person. Started looking into custom dies. I ordered something off of Etsy. It was a Samuel L. Jackson stamp on a Neutron Crave, and it said disc golf. Am I allowed to swear? I
Not
won't swear.
really.
Disc golf. Do you play it? Okay, like the line from Pulp Fiction, and I freaking loved it, man. And then I ordered another one, a Mister T one, and it said, "I pity the fool who don't play disc golf." And I'm like, "What is this weird Axiom? Who's Axiom?" And I looked it up, and I'm like, "Oh, they're made 2.5 hours from where I live." So I was a diehard MVP fan. I'm supporting, a really local company, and I like what they're doing. And I was just obsessed with the colors and the overmolding and everything. But this year, and I have quite a bit of discraft. It's hard to get away from a buzz or a zone
Hmm.
for me. I have an eagle still, an Innova eagle. But this year when we went to Texas, one of the team members, he showed me mint. And I'm like, I don't get it, man. This is the same thing as a buzz. He goes, yeah, well, keep throwing it. I'm throwing this thing called a Mustang, and I'm like, man, this thing feels like really good. It's better for my smaller hands. It feels,
Yep.
it's not as deep. And I'm really starting to really like it. And he goes, well, check this thing out. And he gave me a salamander. End of story. I can't say anything else about it. I freaking love a salamander. I have too many. And aside from that, like I really like. Are you familiar with mint?
I know of the honey, I think it's called, because one of my buddies just throws that constantly. I think or is that Clash? I'm not sure. It's one of those
That's
two.
Clash. That's Clash.
Clash.
Yeah.
Then no, I'm not too familiar with Mint then.
So the owners are two guys who are awesome, man, and they have fun. They make some really cool stamps, and if you ever if you ever see anything of theirs, I could probably go grab you something if you wanted. But I just ordered a whole bunch of discs from him, and none of them look the same. He plays around with the foils. He takes a lot of time, similar to what DFX does, right? They will put different color combos. Um, they do a really, really good job. You can tell Guy is putting a lot of love into what he's doing, and I love it. I love how much he's putting into it. You can see it when you get something from him. Like, man, he really he wanted me to have this one. He knew what I was going for. But our last custom order, um, our Urban Legends was South Carolina, and Mint did all those, and there's not a single one of them that I wouldn't feel comfortable trying to sell. There's not a single miss out of all the discs. It's phenomenal.
That's super cool.
Yeah. So I highly recommend getting yourself a lobster and salamander. Lobsters, they're flippier mid range. Salamanders are understable, and I never really knew I could throw an understable fairway driver until a salamander, and that's 90% of my throws now.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So as we're oh wow, my daughter was just screaming. I don't know why, but anyways, as we're wrapping this up, you got any questions for me?
Um, Why are you doing this?
Uh, I thought of starting the show up about almost a year and a half ago of giving people opportunity to share their stories and their journey in disc golf that normally would never get the opportunity to. Because if you kind of pay attention to like on the pro tour and everything, it's only the people that win tournaments.
Right,
And I'm thinking to myself, well, what about everybody else? Like everyone has a unique story, but not everybody has a way to share it.
right.
So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna give everybody a chance and a platform to get their story out there because disc golf is so unique, where
Yeah,
everyone is so just different. So that's where I came up with this.
I like it. Where does the seeker come in?
Well, because I'm known for constantly having to look for my discs every round. I'm constantly losing discs, and so that's why I just kind of came up with that because I'm always seeking my own discs.
Can I ask one more? Are
Go
we
ahead.
running out of time?
No,
What
you
is
can
something
ask as
that
many as.
what is something you want people to know when they come on and they see what you're doing without
Um,
being able to just, say, hey, this is what I'm doing. What do you really want people to know?
that this show is just about them. Like it's not about me at all. Like I would rather people not know who I am, and I'd rather every guest be known for like their story. Simple.
Dig it, man.
Yep. Got any more?
I mean, clearly you play. Do you get your family involved?
I just recently got my mom involved. I got her own set. She took her out once. I tried my wife. She lasted one hole. She said this was kind of boring, and then she kind of ditched me. And then my daughter, who's 5, she'll come down in the basement and when I'm putting, and then she'll grab her putters and start putting with me. So
Well, that's cool.
yeah,
She'll get there then.
yep. Anything else?
Uh, off the top of my head,
Okay.
I apologize if I was supposed to have more for you, but
No, no. I always give everybody a chance to ask me questions if they have any. So cool. Uh,
who do you got coming on next? Am I allowed to ask that?
I'd have to look at my schedule.
Okay. Have you
I'm
talked
terrible.
to Oh, you did disc track. Have you talked to the
Yep.
turtle on the course?
Mm-mm, not yet.
Are you going to?
Possibly. I'll have to reach out to them.
I truly hope you do.
Okay.
I will say, I'll end with this if we have to wrap things up. The most fun I've ever had and probably will ever have playing disc golf in my entire life was with Turtle on the Course. Those guys know how to make every aspect of throwing a disc fun. My whole family, I think we were in tears laughing, just had literally the best I don't know how we'll ever have that much fun. I don't know how anybody could have that much fun ever. Every hole, every walk from one tee pad to the basket, from the basket to the next tee pad, just nonstop hilarious.
Sounds like my kind of people because like when I'm in tournaments, I always have my whole card laughing the whole time.
Yeah,
If like that's my thing I like to do. Like I'm known for being kind of funny out there the
funny
whole
guy.
time. Yeah, I'm not really gonna take this sport seriously where everything has to be dead silent and everything. Yeah,
Right.
I get competitive, but at the same time, I know how to get everyone laughing and enjoying the time.
Well, good.
Yeah. So my
Um,
final question for you tonight is: what is your goals for this year, and how can people find you?
Goals for this particular year. Ah, well, we have a few more of our urban legend stamps we want to get out. We got Michigan, the artwork's done for it. I don't think anybody's seen it unless you were on our whatnot show last night. They got a sneak peek, and it was still brief at that. Um, as silly as it sounds, man, last year when we went to Texas, my truck got totaled. I had to build a new truck on the side of the road and in parking lots and at campgrounds. My goal is to get my family safely back home for next season. Just safe travels, man. It was really, other than that, um, growing money, whether all this stuff works out, I don't care. Honestly, I'm not chasing anything. I want to have a really good time and I want my family to have a good time and I just want to meet people. If this works out in the long run, if we grow to be something like phenomenal, that's great. But I'll get to know that I did it without I don't know, losing any sacrificing pride or integrity. I'm not chasing anything or doing it for my family. And if it works, it works. If not, we're gonna have the best time ever doing it. I know it's not quite. The goal is just to keep family safe and let this lifestyle work. That's all that matters. Um, what was the second part?
Where can people find you on
Oh,
the Disc.Fam?
we have a website, discfam.net. There's some stuff on there. Christina, my wife, my partner, she's constantly updating the website, doing stuff. There's a lot of stuff on there. Um, a lot of hidden stuff on there. We're on Instagram. I think this winter. Oh, I guess this is kind of a goal. I guess, but I didn't tell anybody this. This winter, I'm going to be doing some YouTube stuff. Way different than anything else you see. That's about all I can. That's all I got.
Okay.
That's my goal is for this thing to have fun doing something that nobody else is doing, and maybe it works, and maybe it doesn't. I'm not going to be offended. It's going to be definitely not the normal disc golf content you see, and
Yeah.
that's me. I'm not the normal person. I'm not interested in making the normal content that everybody else is doing. I've got a fun plan,
Heck
but
yeah.
you'll see me there sometime this winter. Facebook, we're doing pretty good on the Facebook, surprisingly. I don't know. That's all Christina handles all the social media. I'll go in there and I guess the young people call it trolling. I just play around in the comments and have fun and then go back to work.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you. We do have
Yeah.
a schedule on our Instagram and maybe Facebook. I don't know where we're going to be, our winter travels. Feel free to check it out. Meet
Heck
us
yeah.
somewhere. Meet us at a tournament.
That'd be
We'll
a
be all over.
blast.
Yeah.